And I starts now.
So I'd like to start by introducing Howl Jenkins. He is a registered massage therapist, and in his off time, he enjoys spending time with his 6-year-old son, rock climbing, which includes both the indoor and outdoor version, yoga, camping, off-roading, and photography. His true passion in life is to help and teach others. Through yoga, massage therapy, and parenting, he is able to achieve this purpose every day. And to learn more about Howl, book a one-to-one with him. I'll pass it on to Howl.
My name is Howl Jenkins. I want to start by just giving you guys a really quick, brief history of what I've done in the past and how things have kind of shaped up to get me where I'm at today. So straight out of high school, I excelled in the professional kitchens, working my way through restaurants and hotels throughout Edmonton and Vancouver. And eventually, after 12 years, I became head chef. I opened up 3 different restaurants and was head chef at another 3. And in total, I've spent about 14 years in the kitchens. While I was doing that, I also practiced photography and slowly phased out of the kitchens into shooting exclusively and full-time to practice better work-life balance. My dad was the one who taught me everything, and after 15 years of basically apprenticing with him, he has some 50 years experience as a photographer. I took over his company and ran my own for 5.5 years. Furthering my pursuit of work-life balance and self-growth, I practiced yoga and achieving my 200-hour RYT certificate to teach. This prompted more investigation into the human body, and I developed a fascination with massage and how I could use it to help more people with regular aches and suffering. Which leads us to today, where I'm in school, finishing up my massage therapy certificate, and just diving right in. So the 2 conditions that I wanted to talk to you guys about today are upper cross syndrome and lower cross syndrome. You may not have heard them referred to like this, more commonly referred to as like head forward posture or rounding the shoulders, that kind of thing. Both of these are very, they're postural issues. Upper cross syndrome is so prevalent in today's society because of things like cell phone use, seated office jobs, and then just generally poor postural habits. Just a little tidbit of information: for every inch forward the head sits, it adds about 10 pounds of weight to the neck and upper back. So you can imagine what kind of stresses that's putting up on your back and what kind of pain that can cause. As you can see from the diagram, we can illustrate a cross-section of the body that shows areas and muscles that are weakened by this condition and those that are overly tight. I'm sure most of you can probably see this quite often, so many people now that I mention it. But the question is, how can massage help with this? We as therapists, as massage therapists, can relax the muscles that are tight, such as the pectoralis major, minor, upper trapezius, and other neck extensors and behind the neck. And by relaxing these muscles, we allow the shoulders to roll back into a more natural position. Once we finish relaxing these muscles, in treatments, it varies depending on how extreme the posture is. We will assign homework for the client to do after each session to strengthen the weaker muscles, neck flexors, the sternocleidomastoid, and lower traps, serratus, anterior muscles back here. Oops. Lower cross syndrome then is similar to upper cross syndrome in that we can illustrate the same relationship with tight overused muscles and weak stretched muscles, but around the hip instead. This condition causes the buoy pop kind of scenario and forward hip rotation. And you might see this a lot in women, especially those who wear high heels on a regular basis. This condition can also exist or cause SI joint dysfunctions, which can worsen things. So just as before, with upper cross syndrome, we as therapists can relax overworked muscles and assign homework to the client to strengthen the weaker muscles, bringing the hips back into alignment over the course of several treatments. In this case, the weak muscles would be the abdominals, your glute med and glute max in the back. And then the tight muscles would be the low back, the rector spinae. So that would be where you feel the pain in the low back, and tight iliopsoas muscles as well, up in the front. So what do I give for homework? These are some examples. For upper cross syndrome, things like chin tucks. So every time you stop at a red light, chuck your chin, hold for 10 seconds. We can do door frame stretches, just pressing your arm up against the door frame, opening up the chest muscles, and then rowing motions to strengthen the rhomboids in the upper back. For lower cross syndrome, that's right, squats. Those are going to help strengthen those glute max and med and balance things out with your lower back. Sit-ups can help strengthen the core muscles, and then maybe don't wear heels. It's another suggestion. And that's it for that. Ideal referrals for me, anybody who doesn't like their doctor, come see me instead. Some people that have regular or semi-regular pain, have a desk job, again, walk in heels, just about any regular ache and pain, there's usually something that we can do to help. So that's it. Thank you.
D&I starts now. Like everyone says it.
Are we all saying it? I'm confused.
What are you saying now?
Do we all say D&I? Oh, terrible.
Yeah.
Starts meow.
Now.
Do you want
You
us to
say
say
it.
D&I?
Say it more casually. Like
Yeah.
we're not trying to rehearse the most impossible phrase in the world.
Now.
Oh,
Now.
D&I
Starts now.
Oh.
D&I
starts
I start
now.
now. What was the best one yet?